I'm actually a Gen Z myself, so I can give insight into this from a research perspective because I've also just looked into this and from a personal opinion perspective. So something that'll be really big is this is a very visual generation. So keep in mind, this is the generation that is, TikTok addicted, using Instagram a lot, etc. So all very visual, images, videos, funny memes, that type of thing. So in your outreach via email, make sure you are using a lot of white space. Keep your word count as low as possible, short and snappy. I mean, I wouldn't say anything more than, 5 lines essentially, and a space in between each line. And put in some memes. Put in if you have a a good recruiting marketing team, have them do things like create videos that are short and have short clips within that video. So it's very, very snappy. It keeps the attention span because you're always kind of changing the perspective on whatever you're covering, etc. And another interesting thing to look in for this is something that I've seen is if you go on YouTube and just type in a day in the life of ... you'll find videos from different companies on a day in the life of a software engineer or in the life of a graphic designer or whatever it is. And those types of videos come across as very raw and authentic, even though they're not necessarily that authentic and they're a bit of an idealized picture of what that job actually looks like. Nevertheless, it still comes across as quite authentic most of the time, and authenticity is going to be a huge one for this generation. We're kind of used to a lot of things that are disingenuous, so picture editing on Instagram, pranks, etc. So this generation definitely can see through a lot of the things that they see as just kind of corporate smoke screens and things like this, into what's actually going on. So definitely focus on authenticity, focus heavily on personalization, because this is also the generation, again, that has so many things that are personalized to them through algorithms. So if you're able to create personal relationships with them, even just adding in small things, like ask them what their favorite drink is when you're just chatting during a phone screen. When they come in for an interview, have that favorite drink for them ready. Different small things like that can really go a long way into showing candidates, particularly Gen Z, that you care about them. And it will be a particularly strong impact for them as well. And then just beyond that, offer them things like independence, competitive salaries, good benefits. These are things that may not be necessarily just appreciated for what they are as a good thing, but instead actually expected. Because something I've seen among my peers is that there's a heavy push for not just an appreciation for things like good pay, good benefits, reasonable hours, etc., but often an expectation of that is the bare minimum. So if you're below that, if you're not able to offer as competitive salaries for what it is, then I think things you'll find will be a little bit of a struggle for you with this generation.